Good evening, everyone. It is after 3 o'clock in the evening, 29th of December 2020. I woke up early this morning, and then after I had my coffee, etc., I decided that I was going to go back to my bed. I went to my bed, I wrapped up from head to toe, and I started sleeping. No sooner than I started sleeping, I encountered a woman in my sleep that was preaching. I stood where she was, and it was only her and myself. And she was preaching, but there was nothing about Jesus in what she was saying. So I got a little concerned and asked her, why is it that Jesus is not included? And it's as if she started moving away from me. And I realized that this must be demonic, because as soon as I said the word demon, she started moving away from me. And then it's like she put something over her face. So I started saying, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And she backed up to a step, and then I left. But I don't know how I found myself in a spiritual realm with God as soon as I left her. I found myself in this position. I was held up like a child, and I mean, it's not in a comforting way. I was just held up there, and God started speaking to me. What I saw was two boxes. He drew them. He actually drew it in front of me. But I didn't see no person. I didn't see God himself. I just saw the boxes. One big box and a small box. And the big box contained it was double lines on the sides, the top and the bottom, double lines. And in the lines, there were acts, like, top subjects. That's things that I did. I couldn't even see them very well, but there was quite a few things that I did that was not in righteousness where God is concerned, or where I am concerned. And I looked, and I'm trying to figure out some of them. And then when I saw the small box, there was good things that I did, but it wasn't as big as it was a small box, with the good things that I did. And I was taken back. The next thing that I saw was the Lord telling me, that I heard the Lord telling me. I didn't see him. I just heard his voice telling me that based on my life, he could drop me and then I would be gone forever. Or he could just drop me and I would fall on my shoulder and it would be, broken, etc. And I'm like, really? And then no sooner than he started speaking to me, I saw a bird. It's the largest bird I'd ever seen in my whole life. It's like something like a hawk, like an eagle or something, but it's huge. It could pick me up. And that bird came. It was a demonic bird. And it came and stood over the righteousness, the box with the righteousness axe. And the bird was trying to get me. But I was over on the other side where the sin was with God. And the bird looked at me and I realized it was a demonic bird. So I started saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And my voice couldn't come out very well. But I'm like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And the bird started backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. And finally, I couldn't see it anymore. It was gone. And then I was left with the voice that was speaking to me. And I knew it was the voice of God. Nobody told me, but I just knew it was because of the things that was being said. And whenever time you encounter God, you just know that is God. And so there I was. And the Lord said to me, he could have just destroyed me, like that, by just dropping me. Or remember now, I was lifted up. Or I could just drop me on my shoulder and that I'd break my shoulder, something. But he's not going to do that. And so I am supposed, the life that I'm living, the life that I am living as a Christian needs to be rectified, to be changed, to be fixed, whatever you want to call it. But in other words, God was not pleased with my whole life. And so he wanted me to do some change. But then he said in the end, he's going to give me a chance and he's going to eat with me in glory. And I could see my table in glory. All I could see was where the table was. I didn't see around it all. All I could see him sitting there and I was at the table. I could see cake and some other good stuff on the table. He said he will eat with me in the end. So I am glad that I heard that. So when I woke up out my sleep, my father was there and some other people. But the only person that I can remember there was my father. My father died from 1981. And my father was there. And I was trying to tell them the dreams like he was alive and the other people. And I was trying to tell them what I dreamt. And I drew the box and the small box and the big box. I drew it and I was trying to tell them. But all I tried, it was not going nowhere. Everything, there's always some distraction. There was always distraction that prevented me from explaining what happened. And so that is what I dreamt. I'm just sharing because sometimes we think that we're all that with God, but we're not. But, sometimes God sees everything that we do. And sometimes we do some little things and think that we know sometimes it's not right, but we do it anyway, and that is me. Sometimes I do things that I'm not supposed to do. And so God is looking and God is taking measurement, of our lives and what we do. And so it's good that he could come and enlighten me on my ways, what I do. So, and I know exactly what God is talking about. I know because as soon as you falter, the Lord is watching you. And as soon as you make a bad step, the Lord sees and the Lord knows. And so that's my testimony today. Stay on the right track because God is a God who knows, who sees, who hears, and who will judge you in the end. And so I intend to spend the rest of my life doing the right thing for God and for myself and family in the name of Jesus.